Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Today I want to talk about how to properly or more safely invest and stack silver during times of such stress and chaos. I know that things can be extremely confusing, overwhelming, and sometimes you just want to get out of the market, but I promise you that is not the best solution. Silver prices are not going to keep going downwards. That is a lack of faith and a lack of experience in the markets. If you've been in these markets a while, you understand that the prices go up and down, right? One day it's up, one day it's down. As long as it's staying somewhat between the support and the resistance levels, you can see the prices will correct itself, and that's what silver's been doing. So right now it's very easy to panic sell your silver or sell yourself short. This is what the main chunk of this video is going to be about, is how to avoid panic selling. You want to be able to put a safety net between you and your stack. Because if not, if you don't have, saying, I'm not going to sell any less than $18 or something along those lines, if you don't have that safety net in place, it's really easy to make an impulse decision, an irrational decision off the gun or off the top of your head and sell a lot of your silver for way cheaper than it should be sold for. So right now, as we see silver sitting around $14.60 or 70 cents, I get it. I understand why someone would want to get out of the markets, because they're in fear that it's going to keep going lower. They're saying, I might as well get out right now while it's still somewhat, around the $15 range, and I'm just out of it. I'm tired of it. I don't want to deal with it. But the thing is what if I was to tell you in 3 or 4 months from now, silver's going to be around 17, 18, $19 again, even maybe sooner than that? So what if you sold all your silver for $14.50, and then if you would have been patient enough or waited a couple months, it actually would go back up and you might actually break even or maybe even make some profits? See, that's how these markets work actually. It's just that the fear and the panic that's coming on from around COVID-19 and everything that's going on in the economy is just driving people's emotions out the window, and they're running around like a chicken with their head cut off. So you want to avoid panic selling. How to do this? How, if you did want to, see right now, the perfect thing to do is to buy. This is the perfect opportunity to lower your dollar per ounce, your dollar per cost per ounce range, because silver is extremely cheap. You can buy a lot of silver for extremely cheap right now. And silver being such an undervalued metal, it only makes sense to lower your dollar per ounce average or your overall stack. Why not? I mean, if you're willing to buy $18 silver, why wouldn't you buy $14 silver? Are you losing faith in the markets? Do you remember the bigger picture? Do you remember that silver is widely used in the industrial and technological world and medical world, and it's a ticking time bomb still waiting to explode, and the gold to silver ratio is still 103 to 1, meaning that silver has to outperform gold, meaning silver is going to be rising sooner than later? Are you remembering all these things? Because if you are, then I don't think you will be making these decisions. That's why watching these videos, subscribing to these channels, watching these videos, people who give their perspective on the markets and share the articles and let you know what's happening in the world of precious metals. It's so important to stay up to date. Even if you do understand everything that we're saying, or maybe you've been stacking long enough that you don't need to understand the beginner stacking strategies, but sometimes it still is good to get refreshed. Even myself, I've been stacking silver for almost 8 years, and still sometimes it's good to just get refreshed from a new perspective and a new opinion, or just to get refreshed on how these markets work, because it is easy to get distracted. It's very easy to get lost and distracted, especially since there's so many different types of ways to stack silver. There's so many different options out there. There's so many different types of coins. Now we see shortages. We see a shortage. Actually, not a shortage. They completely ran out of silver. The U.S. Mint completely ran out of silver. That's bigger news than I think people understand. This shows how scarce our silver really is, and how silver isn't as I guess as open as people think, as accessible as people think. A lot of people say, oh, silver's cheap, we have enough of it. No, we don't. We actually have less silver than gold. See, gold is dug out of the ground for miners because it makes money. You know, a lot of gold is recycled, re-scrapped, reused. Silver is lost in technology, so even if it comes out of the ground 8 to 1 compared to gold, a lot of silver is not being dug out of the ground, especially as they abandon silver mines. Silver supply is vanishing before our eyes. I made a video about that yesterday. I highly recommend checking that out because I went deeper into that whole thing. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to stay on topic. So, you know, right now really is a perfect opportunity to buy your silver. And I want everyone to take advantage of that, because once it goes back up, you will then reap the rewards. A lot of people are panicking, panic selling, you know, selling all their stocks. See, the thing is supposed to be buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. But most people buy high and sell low. Most people bought high into the stock markets when they're setting record-breaking highs. They bought silver once it's $20. They bought Bitcoin at $18,000. And then once the prices start to go down, when stock markets are more volatile, when Bitcoin was crashing while silver prices are dropping, then they sell in fear that it's going to go lower. They're doing it the exact wrong way. Right now is when you should be buying it, and then you're supposed to sell it once Bitcoin's $18,000. You're supposed to sell your stocks once they're setting record-breaking highs. You're supposed to sell silver once it's at that $19, $20 range. You're doing it backwards, and that's just a lack of experience, and that's really the emotional attachment that's into these markets. Seeking Alpha has a thing called the VCPMI, which is an algorithm. It's an artificial intelligence. It's an algorithm. It's this robot that looks at the markets and trades off of the tops and the bottoms and looks at it realistically, right? Because a robot cannot have emotions. So that's probably one of the most accurate things to go off of. That's why I read some of those articles sharing, you know, where the prices of those things predicted. And it's pretty incredible, because if we can learn how to invest, how to trade, you know, whether it's buying, selling, trading, holding, you can pretty accurately see where these markets are going. But that emotional involvement that comes along with it, that's what really kills people. So I really hope that you can find some type of strategy in place, and I recommend buying in increments, because what if the price does go lower? You can get your silver for even cheaper. Now, I know JM Bullion has like a 5 to 10 day waiting period and a $300 buying minimum, where you have to spend at least $300 if you're going to buy any silver from there. I haven't checked upon APMEX yet or any other places, but I'm sure there's similar things are happening, just because the silver shortage and just because so many people are buying right now. And I want you guys, especially my subscribers, to hop on that train and get some silver for extremely cheap. You don't want to sell yourself short. So when you are buying, buy in increments. Like right now, maybe buy, you know, maybe if you want to buy 100 ounces of silver over the next year, maybe buy like 15% of that right now, 20%, and then keep an eye on it. If prices keep going lower, then maybe hold off and then buy even more. But if things look like they're going upwards, then maybe place larger orders so you can still get the bottoms right now, because sooner than later these prices are going to change. There's no way that silver is going to sit at this low for too much longer, especially knowing the gold to silver ratio. You know, the gold to silver ratio is a huge indicator sharing where prices are, whether silver is the better buy or gold's the better buy. And right now, silver the ratio has to correct. This is the highest the ratio has ever been in the history of the world, meaning that silver has a big move that's going to be happening soon. So I want you to take advantage of that, especially as prices are so low right now. You know, and I'm curious where you think prices are going to be heading. Do you think we're going to be heading into the $13 range of silver, or next up is going to be the $15 range? I think we're going to see $15 silver before $13 silver, just because after President Trump said everything about COVID-19, it kind of eased tensions, I think, knowing that we're going to have drive-through samples to swab your mouth, and I think it kind of calmed down a lot of the chaos, a lot of the people running around like a chicken with its head cut off. It kind of eased tensions. So hopefully this thing will blow over sooner than later, and the markets will recover, and they will. They will. It just really does require patience. Patience in these markets will save you. If you are not patient in these markets, you're making very impatient, impulsive decisions. That is how you will make mistakes, and that's how you can lose a lot of money. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe if you are new, because I do post daily videos. Check out the video I posted earlier today. I think you guys will enjoy it. I'm going over silver prices and if they're going to keep going upwards or downwards. I look a little deeper into that. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in this video. Make sure to smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new, because I do post daily videos. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.